That is my emotional support rock right there. Kuchiku. Amaze, amaze, amaze. This is no ordinary rock. It is perfection. It found me. I found this rock and it found me. Look how round it is and look how smooth it is. And most importantly, it just feels right. Okay, it fits so well in my palm and it feels so good against my cheek. It is giving cool comfort like a vampire. I think I was a penguin or an otter in my previous life. I just love collecting rocks and stones. And once, even I remember in school, my friend, she was traveling to Egypt. She was going on a trip and she asked me what I wanted. And I said, please collect some stones for me. Like, bring some stones from the other side of the world, carrying its energy. I mean, of course, I didn't say it like this. I just said, bring some stones for me from there. Like, it was the most normal thing to ask. And you know what? My mom threw that away. My friend got a bag of stones all the way from Egypt and my mom just threw it away. It hurts.
This is Fever Dreams 101.
Hello, Jolly Beans. How are you? I hope your day is amazing wherever you are. Are you busy? What are you doing? You're not busy, so you can tag along with me. Let's go drop my cousin at Jaipur at her university. She's studying MBA. She got placed on the Jaipur campus. So let's go drop her and come back. It's just gonna take 10 minutes. Tag along. Okay, wait, stop. I have something important to say before that. My previous video title is something like 37, Unemployed, yada yada. And I really didn't speak about the subject in that video. It was more about like a hang with me video. And honestly, I didn't think anyone would watch it. But I was surprised to see comments on that video as well. So I thought maybe I should tell people what my intent was. My intention was to connect with people who are having a similar journey like mine, or at the moment they are feeling a bit burnt out in life. Whether the source is your career, relationship, family, or just life in general, right? You're physically, mentally, financially, spiritually like drained. I just wanted to say hi, like let's hang, let's chill or whatever, because it can be hard. Because when you're stuck in this toxic pattern with the source of your stress, whether it is your job, your people, like life, whatever is causing that stress, right? It is difficult to see certain things. Because when you're stuck in this toxic pattern with the source of your stress, you are not really driven by the right forces. There is a possibility that you may be driven by fear mainly, or just lack, or guilt, which may not be actually doing you good or helping you make the right decision or choices that you need to make at that moment. So imagine you're on this big hamster wheel, right? And I've been on it too, and it has built up so much momentum that you are literally afraid to get off it, or you can't get off it. Okay. Now imagine me walking by, la 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 la, and I see you, and I'm like, pss, pss, pss. Like, I just yank you out of this giant wheel and, like just pull you out of this wheel, and you're here with me now. And now you're seeing the wheel. What is your first reaction? You're going to panic. You're going to lose it. You're like, oh my God, what have you done? Like, I was supposed to be on that wheel. Now I'm behind. Like, there are people out there and they're going far ahead and I'm going to fall behind. Right? And what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be there. Where else am I supposed to be? Right? You're going to start pacing around because you don't know how to stay still, because it feels like a crime, and also it feels like your mind is not going to allow it because you're so used to having targets and deadlines and meeting those deadlines, right? Staying still feels like a sin. Staying still feels like unworthy, and you're not able to relax, right? So this might be a phase that you might go through if at all you choose to be unemployed, right? You might have to deal with it, right? Why deal with it alone? I am here for you. I will help you out, okay? We need to slowly wean out of these influences, and everything in moderation is fine, okay? I'm not here to fearmonger and say, what, this capitalism, they're trying to get us, blah, blah, blah. Nothing of that sort. But if you feel burnt out, then it is important that you evaluate what is happening in your life right now. The hamster wheel also serves as a metaphor here. Like, are you repeating cycles in your life? It is time for you to break the cycle. So, are you doing anything different to break the cycle? Right. So, right now, I'm talking from a spiritual point of view as well, like in a total overview of your life right now, not just a particular, career or relationship or things happening at home. Just an overview. If you're feeling burnt out in your life right now, it is time to analyze your life, like, from the bottom nuanced level to the top level, right? So it is going to give you a perspective. That's something that you're missing, right? If things are constantly happening in a similar fashion and not working out, right, and things are going downhill, there is something that you're missing out, and this is the key. So think about it. I have yanked you out of that hamster wheel, right? Now look at the people on this hamster wheel. Like, what is the demographic of the people? One group of people, they are generally passionate, okay? They love what they're doing, they love being on this hamster wheel, and they're perfectly aligned. So good for them, let them be. And there is another group, the burnt out group, where they are just being, they are being carried forward by the sheer terrifying momentum of this wheel, and they don't know what to do. They're stuck there and they're getting hurt in the process, right? Then it is time to step away and pause. This is where I come in. Like, let's just chill. You don't have to do this alone. Let's figure things out. Let's review, revamp, and make a plan, right? What is next? What is the best plan of action from this point onwards that is actually nurturing you, right? That is not draining you, but nurturing you. Do you need an environment shift, right? Do you need a total environment shift, or is there anything else that you can do to fix in the environment that you are in right now? So, yeah, let's hang. Oh, wait, you need some blush. Now we go to Jaipur. For me, this was like an official trip, and I thought I wouldn't get time to spend outside of whatever we are doing, right? Getting her inducted to the college, being there, and sorting out her hostel and stuff like that, right? But I was so wrong, right? I got to experience the city, and it was very heartwarming. Like, there was a lot of serendipitous things that happened there, and it was just simple things, but it made me so happy, right? Previously, I had visited Jaipur like a package tour, like a Rajasthan package tour, and it was different. It was with colleagues and friends, and it was quite different. I have a paranormal story about that. When I visited a palace there, Lakshmi Niwas Palace. I will talk about it later in this video. Okay, stay tuned. So yeah, that was different because it was all time. Like, we were in a rush. We couldn't really experience, take some time out to experience the culture, the people, the place, right? That was not happening. Most of the time we were traveling. We were, driving and traveling to different places and staying in some good, like, five-star hotels and stuff. But this time I got to stay in like guest houses. I got to meet people, know about their stories and their family history and what they were doing, right? There was a lot of richness in this experience for me. Also, I only packed formals for this trip, thinking that I wouldn't be able to travel anywhere else. I was like, okay, I'm supposed to look like a adult, mature adult, responsible older sister, right? Not like a silly goose. So only formals. I think the only casual wear that I packed was the one I was traveling in. When we landed in Jaipur, the weather was so crazy. It was like, Jaipur was testing. You know what? Let's check. Let's sage and cleanse and check whether these souls can really step in our land. And if we weren't, I think it was planning to blow us back to south. When we landed, there was a storm. There was lightning and thunder and storm, and there was sand in our eyes, and it was sand, okay? It was not even mud, and I don't even know where it came from. And we were literally flying away, flying off, flying away, like bye. And we had to find refuge in an ATM booth. That is how we, hid from the storm. And I also noticed the dogs were looking different. Okay, that is the first thing I noticed. Hey, that dog is unusually taller and thinner, right? It was looking like those. I just googled it. I think it's called the Rampur Greyhound. It was like tall and different from the breed that we find in Bengaluru. So there is a lot of differences that I spotted, right? And that was exciting for me. Like, the signage, the people, the small things, right? Everything was different. And I've covered my TV with a shawl because I got scared watching Widow's Bay. And it wasn't even scary. I don't know why I got scared. It's actually really good. Okay, it's very good. It has that eccentric small town humor and characters, and the actors are so good. And if you like horror comedies, you should watch it. Okay, it's like a folklore horror mixed with amazing comedy. It is dry, sarcastic, and very minimal comedy. You will love it. It's a new day and you get a new me. Okay, so I think I was talking about the airport, right? But I want to talk about something. Okay, I want to talk about something so cute, and I really miss this cute being so much. I made a friend. Okay, I met a friend with a jumping spider. At that time, I didn't know it was a jumping spider, but it was so cute. And okay, I was like, okay, I got connected with the jumping spider, and but I said my goodbyes, and I'm here now. And I miss him so much. He is so cute. First of all, I didn't know he was called a jumping spider. I didn't know that, they are so smart and they're so adorable. But I have seen a spider like this before in my apartment complex. Jumping spiders, they are so cute. I miss it so much. Now I feel like I want a pet. I want a pet jumping spider. Then I spoke to my friend about it. Then I realized it lives only for 2 years, like 2 years. And I remembered why I don't have pets. It's because I cannot handle the sorrow all by myself of losing pets, or if something happens to it, right? I cannot do it myself, okay? I cannot carry that sadness all alone. It is not possible. And jumping spiders living for 2 years is too less, okay? Another highlight of my trip was the auto Anna let me ride in the front with him. Okay, brotherhood, bro. Felt like that child again. It was like that special moment you get to ride in the front, right? Have you seen the Jaipur autos? They're like very colorful, and it's an open auto, okay? And it's all very nice to my ADHD mind and brain because I'm seeing so many colors. I love it, okay? It is just these small things that are making me so happy. I think I've already mentioned this. The best thing about this trip for me was that I got to experience the heritage of Jaipur in this trip. Did peacocks come to visit me when I was having my morning tea at the Marriott? I think not. If you want to experience the culture and heritage of the place, right, go stay in guest houses. You're going to meet some really cool, extraordinary people who has a lot of stories to tell. And this is going to be a more soulful experience for you. I want to talk about and recommend the guest houses that I stayed at. So this is not like any paid promotion or anything. I generally want to share this because I know there are people out there who are looking for, storytellers, who are looking to experience, people and their culture and what they have to say and their stories, right? So it is for them. Our first stay was at Snehdeep guest house. And when I spoke to the owner over the phone, when I was trying to book a hotel, and my mommy was getting so anxious because of the storm, and we just three girls stuck, she was getting quite anxious. And when I spoke to this owner, I immediately felt comforted. And she was like, I was feeling that secondhand stress through her. And just speaking to this person, my nerves calmed down for some reason. And yeah, so we headed straight over. When I reached there, it just felt like I was visiting a family at my hometown. It had that kind of a quaint, cozy charm to that place. The rooms were spacious enough and they were comfortable, but the true heart of the space is the couple and the family themselves. They do stay in the ground floor. He did show me his face. He told me this is where we stay, and he had a lot to chat about. And in that conversation, I could make out, okay, I could make out there is some richness to this person. This person has stories to tell. They have experiences and knowledge to share, wisdom to share. And yeah, but I didn't we just landed there, and it was time to go have our dinner and go to sleep, I guess. So I thought, okay, I made a mental note, I need to talk to him in the morning perhaps. A quick Google search will tell you Mr. Manoj and his wife, Dr. Smita, they come from a rich academic background. Mr. Manoj is an expert agriculturist. He's also a geneticist, I think that is how it is pronounced, and also a passionate wildlife conservationist. And Dr. Smita, she is into food and nutrition, and I think she hosts cooking classes for the guests. The next day we got busy with something or the other, and I didn't really have a chance to spend time with them, but I'm really looking forward to reconnecting with them because I want to know more about what his wildlife retreat tours in Rajaji National Park is about. And I also found out from another local host the next stay that we went to, right, that he has an exceptional eye for birds and is widely known for hosting bird watching experiences in Jaipur. So yeah, there are a lot of things to know about this person and the stories they have to share. So if you're into wildlife, you will find these people very interesting. So that's why I want to share this here. After our breakfast, we had to go visit a printout shop because my cousin wanted some documents printed out. And yeah, we went to a nearby print shop, and it felt as though I had been transported to the 1990s. The place seems like, the time stood still there. Cobwebs hung gently over forgotten dreams and objects that were once essential. It is now reduced to silent relics. Yet, life moved on quietly in the background. The owner sat at the back of the store, operating a new modern day printer that hummed with today's pace. And as I waited, I looked around and saw fragments of his journey framed on the walls, fading glimpses of his story frozen in time. Then we headed over to our next stay, Jaipur Inn, and we stepped right into a proud family legacy. The property was lovingly built by the owner's father, a retired Air Force wing commander, and the family carefully preserves that history today. Once again, we were met with genuinely warm people. And as an introvert, I usually keep to myself, but the environment was so gentle and welcoming that I ended up having a long, open conversation with the owner. So, feeling that safe and comfortable enough to just open up really meant something to me. Okay, it is not something that I do naturally. So, having that natural flow to, opening up and having a conversation felt really good and new to me. It surprised me. I was also fascinated by the architecture there. I think I saw an evaporative exhaust cooler. I think that's what it's called. And yeah, the temperature was really cool there, even though it was so hot elsewhere. This place and the ambience also inspired me to paint. That is also unusual for me because I have a lot of free time, bro. I'm unemployed, I'm at home, I have a lot of free time, and I haven't, really took out a canvas to paint here, and I go there and I make time there to paint. So imagine that. So that inspiration has to come for artists and poets and storytellers, right? And I really found it here. So that is also like, a plus point. Of course, as a tourist, we had to do touristy things. Sightseeing wasn't part of the plan, but it happened, and it happened in a relaxed way, which is good because if you are one of those stressful travelers who must visit all the 20 monuments within a day with zero time to breathe, then please stay away from me. Like, I'm running in the opposite direction. That is not me at all. I love to be relaxed during my vacation, and I understand there are some times when you have to be like pumped up and energized, but that is okay. I moderately, it is fine. Okay. We covered whatever places we could in that short stay there, and especially for my mommy, she's never traveled to north and she's not seen this place before. I have seen it before, and I really wanted her to experience the culture and the heritage here. So, of course, we had to visit the UNESCO site, Amar Palace, and the surrounding structures. And on your way to the palace, if someone stops you for a jeep tour package where they will take you to the palace and to the surrounding areas, then agree to that because that was reasonable. I think it was 550 or 650, 550 or 650, and then he stayed for with us for so long, right? And we also had a guide. Yeah, and the guide only charged us 200, but we paid him 400 because we really enjoyed his company and we were happy to listen to all the stories he had to say and all the facts even. So interesting information that my mommy also enjoyed, listening to. And we did all the touristy things. We did the 360-degree camera, right? We did that 360 degree, the 360 camera, right? We did all that. We dressed up as in traditional attire and we took photos. We did all that, and it was nice. We also visited the bazaars there, Bapu Bazaar and all the surrounding bazaars. It was really nice. I really loved being there, and because it is so different from what we get here in Bangalore. So, and it is all so bright and colorful. I love that. My mind was going. I'm used to seeing all these colors, and I did pick up like a very bright orange with panther print on it, tiger or panther print on it, a bag. And yeah, we shopped quite a lot. Yeah, and we bought back a lot of things. I didn't buy too many things because I am currently consciously trying to discipline my buyer behavior, but I did buy some things and it is cute. Okay. We also did visit the Albert Museum and we visited on World Museum Day, so that was nice. It was free, the entry was free. And yeah, I saw that dreadful mummy again there, but this time it was covered, it was like covered in a glass. Thank God. The last time I was there, it was much busier than this time, and I didn't know what I was walking into. I didn't know there was a mummy there, or I didn't really pay it much attention. And when I first moved towards the space, right, I felt that ominous energy first, okay? Because I was on a call and I was talking to another person, and was moving towards a space, and I was like, I could really feel the energy shift in the room. I'm like, what is going on? Then I see there's a mummy lying in the middle of the room, and it's not covered, and there is this stench coming from this mummy, like that of death, and I don't know what, like when death is preserved, like formaldehyde and years of rot, I guess. That I didn't feel good there. I like hurried away from that space. Then I was lost daydreaming about how rich is this place. I think I was born in the wrong era. I should have been in this palace, and I was getting all in my head about living here, living in a palace, and thinking about all these experiences and how it would have been. And I saw a painting and I snapped out of this because the painting, which was nonchalantly just sitting there, was somebody sawing a king's head. There were two people sawing a king's head, and they were not even doing it properly. At least, if you're trying to behead the king, try to, do it horizontal. Why are you vertically beheading this person? Are you trying to cause maximum pain? And it was the king, bro. Like the king is getting sacrificed and beheaded. Like what? I was like, okay, fine, never mind. I would rather be in this generation. Bargaining was also like funny there because not once, many a times this has happened when not just the auto driver, okay, I'm just giving auto driver as the example. The auto driver says 150, and we are like, no, 120. And this man, he makes such a painful expression, like, we are bothering him so much. And he says, okay, fine, give me 100. And we are like, huh? Sir, Baya, we said 120. We'll give you 120. We felt bad. We are like, we'll give you 120. We're like, oh. Then he had this sheepish, embarrassed smile. And this happened two, three times. Humans are so cute, I tell you. All in all, this trip was a good, refreshing break from my regular, mundane, unemployed routine. And yeah, I am logging this here partly because I am going to forget this. And in few months from now, if someone asks me how was Jaipur, bro, I was like, it was chill, bro. Like that would be the explanation, or that would be my response. And my ancestors are going to be looking at me like, what is wrong with you? That is not it. Like they would want to smack me on my head, like, try to remember, you goldfish. So yeah, that is another reason why I am logging this here. So thank you for tagging along if you have come this far. Oh yeah, I did promise you a paranormal story, right? So we'll do that next. Stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned. What? I am a fan of Mr. Bolin. If you're a fan of the strange, dark, and the mysterious delivered in story format, then you are in the right place because that's all we do. Last time I visited Rajasthan, I encountered a paranormal activity, and it was in Bikaner. So, after a long, exhausting drive, we were drained, and once we pulled up to the property, our face lit up. It was a palace. It was a palace stay, the Lakshmi Nivas Palace. It is beautiful, okay? The stay itself is very beautiful, and only I encountered this paranormal activity. Nobody else did, so don't think about not going there because of that. After such a long, tiring trip, just staying at a palace just felt right. Okay, that should be the norm. I'm telling you, it should be the norm. So we got all excited. We were exploring the place. We had our lunch. We were winding down. We were walking around, taking pictures, really taking in the palace and the energy of it all, like talking to the staff. Then we went to rest for a while. Then we came down for dinner, and there was this folk dance performance. We enjoyed that. We had our dinner watching this, and one thing I noticed at the corner of my eye, I see the staff trying to hurry up this dinner, right? They're not trying to hurry us, but they seemed a little disturbed. Like, I see them running around, are anxiously waiting if we are going to order something more. And when we ask for something more, they just go running back and forth and trying to finish their shift, like they are eager to finish their shift. That seemed kind of odd to me. I'm like, then we were again exploring the palace in the night time. It was even more beautiful. Another thing that I noticed is there was this airy poached taxidermy heads everywhere. It was hanging everywhere like trophy. And right, if you look at it for a long time, you feel like it's like staring at you. And it's not just one. There's so many in the corridors, in the rooms, everywhere. There was this poached taxidermy head of animals, and there was even a room. I think it was the billiards room, and there were like skin, poached animal skin, and everything displayed like a trophy. And I didn't really feel good there, so I just stepped away. And I skipped away to other places and exploring the other parts of the palace. They gave us candles to carry so that when we're going to the rooftop, there is light. So we all had that fake candles, and we were walking around, and in the dark we were just we're just fooling around, saying ghost, boo, and all that, and taking pictures and whatnot, right? What all the goofy stuff you could do, but all in good fun. Okay, nobody's scared. I was not scared. We were all happy. We were skipping about. We were like fooling around. We went to the terrace. We had a good time. We were like watching the moon. We were sharing stories. We were lying on the rooftop, right, resting our head on our friend, and we were having a moment. Okay, so after all this, now we are going down. We're going back to our rooms, and I am having a banter with my friend. Like, I want to use the bathroom first. I want to use the tub first. I want to wind down and relax first. And he was like, no, I want to do it first. And that went on for a while, and I finally agreed, okay, fine, you do. You go first. It's fine. You go, fine. Stop, stop irritating me. Our room was quite spacious. It was a double bed with a single bed. Single bed was for me, double bed was for the two boys. And I was on my bed, and he went into the bathroom, and I can hear him talk to his girlfriend. He's having a long conversation with his girlfriend, and eventually I fell asleep. Now, the next thing I know is I wake up, right? I wake up and I look around, and everybody's asleep. The first time I wake up, I don't know what happened. I thought, okay, fine, so maybe a bad dream. I woke up, fine. Then again, I go back to sleep. I wake up again. I'm having a bad dream. Now I remember the dream. I feel like people are talking to me, like, in a different language, and a lot of things whispering, okay, whispering, and my blanket being pulled. This time I was scared. Okay, I was scared. You know that blanket pull that you see in that paranormal activity movie? I've never experienced it. And this was the first time experiencing it, and it was so scary. And I'm here on my single bed. The other double bed is a little far away, and I'm so scared to move. Okay, I play something. I play like, a mantra, Shiva mantra that I usually listen to, and I go back to sleep, thinking Shiva will protect me. It is fine. I'm playing the mantra, nothing will bother me now. And what happens? Again, the same things. A lot of things are trying to talk to me, and like, blah, 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 trying to get my attention and pulling my sheets down, pulling my sheets literally down. I wake up again. I am so scared. I am paralyzed. I am terrified. I don't know what to do. I can't even call out to my friend on the other side. They're sleeping peacefully. I don't even have the voice to call out to them. Now I play Hanuman Chalisa. Okay, I'm thinking, okay, Hanuman ji will save me. me. Okay, forget Lord Shiva. Hanumanji is going to save me and protect me. And I'm playing Hanuman Chalisa. It is playing in the background. I'm falling asleep. And mind you, this is like that 1 hour long thing. Okay, or I think I would have put them in like a playlist loop. I wake up again. Same kind of dream. They're not letting me sleep. I can feel that these things are not letting me sleep. Okay, they're talking in a different language. I don't even know what they're trying to tell me. And I could feel like it was from some other time, a lot of like, the blood spilled there, and that energy is talking to me. I don't know what happened there, but they had a lot to say. I was so pissed, bro. I was so pissed at God. I'm like, why are you not saving me? Like, what is going on with you? I thought we had this. We were cool. We were chill. We were bros, right? We had that. Like just some time ago, we had that. Why are we not chill right now? Why are you not protecting me? I was really pissed. Like, I was feeling abandoned. Then somehow I gained the courage to go on their side and trying to wake them up. Okay, this one person, the other guy I'm trying to wake up, he is gone. He's flat, out cold. He is not waking up. Okay, so this other guy wakes up. He's like, he wakes up like a daddy. He's like, I told her, I'm having like, there's something, trying to get me. There's ghosts are haunting me. I say all these things. He's like daddy mode. He's like, I'm here. Okay, come. I actually, not kidding, I slept in the same bed. Okay, I was shit scared. I don't know. I didn't care about anything. I slept in the same bed. I slept next to this guy, and I held his hand like this. Okay, I held his hand like this. He was like here. I was sleeping here. I held his hand like this. Even then, I was scared. I was not able to sleep. I did not sleep that night. I did not sleep that night. Every time I fell asleep, the same thing was happening. I could hear whispers, and I am like waking up from a bad dream, and I'm feeling like, somebody is pulling my sheets down. So when someone pulls your sheet down, like you kind of wake up, right? So it's happening over and over and over again. And I was so scared, bro. I did not sleep at all that night. I don't know, I think in the morning, I think I slept for some time. I didn't even go to that bathroom. I did not go to that. I was so scared to move anywhere alone, like even to the bathroom, even to the restroom. I did not use the restroom. We just left. Okay, and I was happy to leave, and my friend will not stop making fun of me because of this incident. Like, only because only I experienced this, nobody else experienced this. It was just me. And it really shook me. I really got so scared, and I really thought I will never visit this place again, because I felt, okay, it had so much history, and that energy is still there. And I was like, maybe there are not many temples around. Usually in Bangalore, like, every street, just there is a place of worship, right? Temple or a church, or it's very close by. And this is all these things were running in my head back then. I was like, I'm not visiting that place again. And yeah, they've always made fun of me because of that. It was a big joke, and it was embarrassing, but that did happen. I did feel that. Can you imagine like somebody just pulling your blanket down? Can you imagine that feeling? And I even tucked it in everywhere. And when I wake up, I can feel that it is not tucked in. I actually feel the blanket just come off me like that. Now when I think about it, right, I was so mad at God for not being there protecting me. Now when I think about it, I don't think they were trying to harm me. I think they just wanted to talk or befriend me, and maybe that's why it was like I didn't need any protection, right? They just wanted to talk, and I am just scared. I'm just a scaredy cat. I like, go talk to someone else, don't talk to me. So yeah, that was my paranormal story. Let me know if you guys have experienced something like this at a hotel stay or a resort stay. Now even I am scared to stay at a hotel or a resort because of this, because usually that is not in my mind. I don't think about ghosts in resorts and hotels and go there, right? We're thinking about vacation. Yeah, let's have fun. Let's let's enjoy the space, let's take pictures and all that, not ghosts. So yeah, that is it for this video. I will be signing off. I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.